Respected dear youngsters, friends, welcome for another trying to spend the day in a noble way of gathering the knowledge given by our Shastras, our well-wishers, our forefathers, our Rishi Munigana, and the beloved Lord Krishna himself. Good attempt, I believe, this one to gather this knowledge and make it pakka through little contemplation and start practicing and make it a nature. Good that gathering. I welcome you. My wishes and prayers for you for your continuous growth. My gratitudes that because of you, I am getting an opportunity to pause every day for some time to study this Gita Shastra. Great it is. Congratulations. Now, before we start our today's four programs, the 2-3 minutes discussion, so happy to see yesterday our Prime Minister visiting all the cricket players and consoling them. Those 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, good. But then he himself could not speak out because he was also in disappointment. There were not much words were coming. Only he was saying, "Aisa hota hai, aisa hota hai." And the mood was so gloomy in the atmosphere. No, this is never the Indian way of living life. Now imagine all these young cricketers are taught what you have learned long back in second chapter of Gita. है ना सुख दुखे समय कृत्वा take sukha dukkha as sama labha labhau समय कृत्वा taking labha and alabha sama loss profit jaya jayau victory and defeat समय कृत्वा these three more important than these the fourth one yuddhaya yujyasva है ना you yoke yourself for this particular work given your hands with the best of your abilities. Then Bhagavan said there, Tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papam avapsasi. You will not have this papa of the dukkha ityadi. You got the point? Like in the Mahabharata also, Arjuna was miserable without even shooting one arrow. Beginning only. In the fear that he has both problem. If he wins, then he'll have to kill his own kith and kin. That is a misery. Then if he gets defeated, then he will never get the kingdom. That is a misery. See, both ways unko dukh tha. After the Yuddha, it was Yudhishthira who was in misery because already had killed all the people. Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Krupa, Sab, Krupa was alive. All these and many his own brothers, relatives, Sab lo mare gaye. He was also in dukkha, isn't it? One is before war, after the war, other one. And the other one, second one, Yudhishthira, he got victory in the war, he can celebrate it. He is the king now, Yudhishthira, but फिर भी वो भी दुखी थे. Therefore, what it is? Dukkha sukha are not in what comes from the outer world. Sukha dukkha are in your own mind, in your own knowledge. And what is the knowledge we have to have in the mind? We have to work for the work's sake. Honestly, truly, enjoy it. Take the victory and defeat both in one stride. The 10 celebrations of victories, 10 victories, so too muchly exuberantly they celebrated है कि भगवान ने कहा अब दिखाता हूं तुमको हमें हराया वो भी मेन में वर्ल्ड कप में. अब देखो the whole country is as if in the gloom. Only those who don't have the गीता knowledge, जिनको गीता ज्ञान है दे नो इट इतने बार हारते गए अभी जीते भी थे अभी जीते हारे आगे भी जीतेंगे. You understand it? So that too much plain gloom should not be. You analyze reasons, etc. And Australia, they lost the first two matches. Immediately they became alert. One by one match, one by one match. They went on victorious. Now our Indians should have the akal when the fellow said, the other team captain, ki it will be a great joy to silence 1 lakh people. So you should get the hint from it, no? The Lord is hinting something to be careful. Then you have to do better than the West. Yesterday in the interview of that captain, I was listening. He says, what I did in 10 matches, same I did. It is wrong. You can't do same. This is a final match. You have to reduce your speed. One wicket is already gone. You should wait at least for 30 overs. You don't depend on others and you be careless because an individual player as well as captain. Oh, no, that is being covered by him yesterday because that's how he's at the lower level of mind. Na? He's right from his side, but there is higher right also, which is over now. Those decisions have to be taken at that very same time. You know, the captain, the coach, the players, because it is a final few hours. No, how alert, active, and the other fellows. Every run they stopped, isn't it? 50 run they stopped only, and they changed the strategy of bowling slow, wides, bouncers, kya kya, everything that is required to be done to defeat Indians they have done. Therefore, they defeated. We were sentimental more, emotional more. Therefore, इससे हमको यह सीखना है. You have to be practically knowing what to do and practically doing what you know. That gives you victory, not your past experiences, past your memories or your sentiments. कुछ नहीं काम करेगा. Simple. Those 11 came, they made strategy, they played. That one fellow hit 120, 130. Even if he's out, there others are there. एक दो और पांच लोग थे जो last fellow तक they will hit only. They were so prepared. Our first two fellows out, सारा collapse हो गए. Bowlers दो तीन ओवर में छक्के मार दी तो then they become afraid. You know, these are all internal psychological games. We Indians are spiritual, but all our spiritual knowledge is suppressed by emotions and sentiments. In fact, their spiritual knowledge should become so strong. I know the sentiments should add to the strength of the spiritual knowledge, not weakness. Those fellows no have sentiment. यार इतने आल के इतने लोग आ रहे हैं देख रहे हैं 5 cups we have won, let them win one. That sentiment they don't have. They are ruthless. That we know how to defeat, we will do it. And they took the cup and इतने में वो कप के ऊपर पाँव लगा के बैठा है वो तो एक you have seen that. No, all this gone by. From the earlier things, some things we learned, therefore, at least to finals we came. Last time only semi-final. I mean, from this, the next generation should learn to do well at all departments every time without taking any for granted. Remember, whether it's cricket ho ya any sports ho, whether it's any profession ho ya business ho, in total life ho, and in that life spirituality. All are games only. When you know the rules, regulations, when you prepare well yourselves, when you have performed the best, you are already victorious. Other things are, outer victories are all up and down. I mean, from day after tomorrow, T20 series. Now, how do they play? That's all. This din counts then. You know that yesterday, day before the LLS, Legendary League of Cricket, LLC. Other day, unexpectedly, 229 also was chased. Yesterday, 179 defended. These outer results are uncertain. On that day means every day. At that moment means every moment. How alert you are, that is called yoga. How wise you are, that is jnana. How much tuned you are, that is devotion. How much greatly you are performing, that karma yoga. That gives you success. You are already successful. Again, outside it's all different. Outer side, like West Indies, 20 years they ruled only, 70 years, 15 years. उसके बाद even did get qualified also. Australia 6 comes. Now the Afghanistan जब ग्रो होते हैं ये भी सबसेट होंगे. India was also famous. In every sports, Aki, first 8 gold medals in Asian Games were ours. 8 times gold medal. उसका फाइनल क्वालिफाई भी नहीं हो रहे अभी because others have learned. And in other things, athletes, etc., we never even sent our contingent. I mean, we are also getting gold. So these all outer experiences should give us the lessons to learn. What I learned from this cricket is what? Always learn. Always update yourself and be satisfied inside with your performance. है ना? If they are all satisfied with their performance, they should never be miserable, because you have done the best, but the other fellow is better than you. Therefore, obviously they have to win. their दुख का कारण एक एक का है कि they have not done the well. That is the कारण. They have not done well. Almost all of them. First of all, the body language. That where is aggression and zeal, etc. From the ball one onwards. That is the reason for this defeat. They are miserable for guilt inside. Otherwise, they go into 240, 390 bana di. Somehow you have to work for it. Singles not taken. You have seen, no? How casually the shots hit and catches given. Not having the mutual meeting and discussing, strategizing, changing the people's whom to send the batting ke liye order. So you have to work everything done. You have to take the innovative things there. Creative. That's the meaning of सब कुछ किया गया है. No, that is okay. They are all बच्चे. They know cricket. They don't know the other things of the life, ना. तो उनका वही होता है. बट पुण्य है, पिछले जन्म में योगी है, बट दे वांट टू प्ले क्रिकेट. Therefore, in this life they are made. That's how 140 crores respect them and all. So, but then that's only a sport. There's a part of life. We are here in Geetha studying about entire spiritual, the whole life's goal, spirituality. That's what we are doing here. A spiritual person, without doing anything, he is successful in everything. Because the success gives you joy, you are already joyful. Isn't it? When the joy is gained, you are already successful. True joy, not the negative again. Joy born out of the wisdom of the truth and reality, etc. Anyway, I just thought when I saw Prime Minister talking, I was seeing him more miserable than them. Because he also had the feeling, मैं जाकर दूंगा कब, so that one more feather in my cap and service की इतना किया मैंने वो भी किया. मिला नहीं कब, इसलिए कंसोल करूंगा जाके. तो everywhere there is play of ego, but healthy only. We are not saying arrogance wala, but everywhere there is a play of emotions. Ruthless, you have to come out it, and then don't be gloomy or again lazy or anything. Accept the mistakes done and improve. And life is always to improve. And one sport is not entire sports of the country. इससे हमको सीखना है कि every sports we have to encourage. That sport in which we are masters, encourage. उसमें तो सारे कप हमको ही मिलेंगे. Cricket is not our game, isn't it? So more sports, all sports, and why only sports? How come crores of people watch that stupid game cricket? There are other games more intelligent than it, more traditional, more spiritual. उसको encourage करना है. And the youth and everyone don't get cocooned in one direction. It is absolutely unhealthy thing. All our, this competition in Geetha, in Shastra, meditational competition. लगाओ, कौन बैठेगा 6 घंटे बिना हिले? Geetha chanting competition, global level, national level, करो. Why not? Why can't government to do? No, इसमें जीत ही जीत है, हार गए तो भी, because your knowledge में compete कर रहे हो. वो तो useless sport only it is. It is only some exercise to the body. उससे ज़्यादा और क्या? थोड़ा दिमाग लगता है इसे. दिमाग तो चोरी करने में भी लगता है. I am telling, we have many other things in which we have to give importance and value. उसका वो करने दो. एक issue ही जिंदगी नहीं होना चाहिए. Anyway, so many things to learn. You also think about it. Only one. Sukha dukhe same krutva labha labho. Learning, perfect. Preparation, perfect. Performance, perfect. Result, whatever comes. Whatever comes. Manzoor, good. Gurudev's quotation, trophy is not in the victory won. Trophy is always in the race run. Thank you. Now let us do our 4 things. General chanting and Veda mantra. We started yesterday Rudram. Today we will conclude the Lagunyasa. Tomorrow Namakam we will start. Every day 1 Anuvaka 2 or 3 times and depending on its size. Then in Geetha we will do today what we did yesterday but not complete. उसको complete करेंगे. उतना ही रखेंगे. Then tomorrow we will take up very detailedly. Bhagavan says what are the things contained in the Kshetra. And we have to study all these 6 chapters, my dear friends, like a research scholar, like a scientist, like a deep inquirer. है ना, अर्लियर चैप्टर ऑल्सो वी डिड वेल दैट वे, बट ये और भी थोड़ा, क्योंकि ज्ञान भाग है, portion of jnana, jnana shatkam. So you have to struggle to gain that information and convert into knowledge and get convinced about it, and through practice make it a nature. देखो, प्रेम प्रेम करने से फल मिलता है, कर्म कर्म से। ज्ञान का क्या है ना, अनलेस वी बिकम थरो इन द नॉलेज, इम्प्लीमेंट, इट वोंट हेल्प अस, एंड वी डोंट इम्प्लीमेंट अनलेस इट इज thoroughly convinced. So let us try for it. Then we'll have our third of the Pratah Smaranam of the Atma Tattva today. Let us start. Om 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 Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। नाउ चैंटिंग में रुद्रम अस्य श्री रुद्राध्याय लिसन करो आप बस। आफ्टर दिस लघुन्यास, देन थ्रू while chanting नमक चमक रुद्र, लॉर्ड शिव जी का अभिषेक करते हैं। आफ्टर दैट होल चंदन कुंकुमा, देन यू डू द अष्टोत्तरा नामावली एंड पूजा आरती, प्रणाम स्तोत्रम भजन कीर्तन प्रसादम एंड प्रणाम एंड अगेन गोइंग। This is a very good, beautiful, powerful. Learn, every one of you, ब्राह्मण और whatever, क्षेत्रीय जो भी हो, शिव पूजा, राम पूजा, विष्णु पूजा जानना है, सीखना है, माता का, गणपति का, हनुमान जी का करना है। ऑल पंचायत न पूजा सीख कर करो, एवरी डे 45 मिनट्स। ओम शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अस्याम शुभतिथ ममोपात समस्त दुर्तक्षे द्वारा श्री परमेश्वर समस्त देवतानां ऋषीणां मुनीनां गुरुणां देवतानां प्रीति अनुग्रह द्वारा उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोध पुराण इतिहासोक्त भगवत भागवत ऋषिमुनि गुरु दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति विश्व शांति विश्व कल्याण विश्व एकता प्राप्ति विश्व पूर्वभिवृद्धि विश्व सामरस्य प्राप्ति द्वारा प्राप्त्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कर्म निश्चित अस्माकं सा समस्त भक्त साधक आचार्य गुरु सेवक संस्थानां पूर्ण आरोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्य विजय शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधना प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य दिग्विजयार्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां समस्त जीवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थम तेषां हृदये परमात्मानं प्रति देश प्रति गुरु प्रति शास्त्र प्रति भगवत प्रति माता पितृ प्रति धर्म प्रति भक्ति प्राप्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम श्री रुद्र प्रश्न लघुन्यासस्य पारायणम गीता पारायणम गीताध्ययनम आत्मतत्व प्रातस्मरण पारायणम अर्थाविष्करणम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ लघुन्यासस्य पारायणम। तो yesterday we have seen up to अंतस्तिष्ठत्वमृतस्य गोपाः। Now ओम अथ रुद्र प्रश्नः लघुन्यासः। ओम अस्य श्री रुद्राध्याय प्रश्न महामंत्रस्य अघोर ऋषिः अनुष्टुप् छन्दः संकर्षण मूर्ति स्वरूपो योऽसावादित्यः परमपुरुष सरुद्रो देवत एष रुद्रो देवता। नमः शिवायेति बीजं शिवतरायेति शक्तिः महादेवायेति कीलकं श्री सांब सदाशिव प्रसाद सिद्ध्यर्थे जपे विनियोगः। ओम अग्निहोत्रात्मने अंगुष्ठाभ्यां नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने तर्जनीभ्यां नमः चातुर्मास्यात्मने मध्यमाभ्यां नमः निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने अनामिकाभ्यां नमः ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने कनिष्ठिकाभ्यां नमः सर्वकृत्वात्मने करतलकर पृष्ठाभ्यां नमः अग्निहोत्रात्मने हृदयाय नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने शिरसे स्वाहा चातुर्मास्यात्मने शिखायै वषट् निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने कवचायुहुं ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने नेत्रत्रयाय वौषट् सर्वकृत्वात्मने अस्त्राय फट् भूर्भुवः स्वरोमिति दिग्बन्धः। ध्यानम्। ओम आपाताल नमस्तलांत भुवन ब्रह्मांडमाविस्फुरत् ज्योतिस्फाटिकलिंगमौलिविलसत् पूर्णेन्दुवान्तामृतैः अस्तोकाप्लुतमेकमीशमनिशं रुद्रानुवाकान् जपन् ध्याये दीप्सितसिद्धये ध्रुवपदं विप्रोऽभिषिञ्चेत् शिवं ब्रह्माण्डव्याप्तदेहाभसितहिमरुचा भासमाना भुजङ्गैः कण्ठे कालाः कपर्दाः कलितशशिकलाश्चण्डकोदण्डहस्ताः त्र्यक्षा रुद्राक्षमालाः प्रकटितविभवा शाम्भवा मूर्तिमे भेदाः रुद्राः श्रीरुद्रसूक्त प्रकटितविभवानः प्रयच्छन्तु सौख्यम् ॐ गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आन शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः ॐ शञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियञ्च मे रुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणञ्च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धुतिश्च मे विश्वञ्च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रञ्च मे सूश्च मे प्रसूश्च मे सीरञ्च मे लयश्च मरुतञ्च मे अमृतञ्च मे अयक्ष्मञ्च मे अनामयच्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्तञ्च मे अनमित्रञ्च मे अभयञ्च मे सुगञ्च मे शयनञ्च मे सोषा च मे सुदिनञ्च मे Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is the Laghu Nyasa. Laghu in short Nyasa means doing pranam to the Lord, invoking Him in all our parts, becoming ourselves divinized to do the divine puja. Deva Bhutva Devam Yajet. That is the rule. Ourselves invoking divinity in all our parts of body. Then we do the divine puja. So in this Laghu Nyasa, all those are achieved. Now tomorrow onwards, Rudram. And it has two parts. Namakam, Nama 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 Nama, Chamakam, Chama 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 Chama. In that Nama Nama Namaha, 216 Rupa of the Lord, we do Namaskara. In the Chamaka, around 180 things, we ask from the Lord, Chame, Chame, Mujhe ye bhi de do, ye bhi de do, ye de do, Bhagavan, aisa. So in that Namaskara, all Rupas of God. In asking the Lord, all requirements are asked. Thus, this Rudra becomes that way a most powerful of the chantings and the means for doing Shiva Upasana. Do it every day, chanting and Upasana. No other thing need to be done. बस अध्यात्म वेदांत को सुनो, बाकी सारे उपासना इसमें आ जाते हैं. But you have to do every day that 40 to 1 hour 40 minutes too. Clear? So second thing we have done. Now the third one, Srimad Bhagavad Geetha. We have seen thoroughly 3 shlokas, indicatedly 2. We will see all those 2 today. So in the 3 shlokas in the 13th chapter, in the Kshetra Kshetragna Vibhaga Yoga, first shloka is Arjuna's Prashnas. 6 things he asked. Out of those 6, one pair of Kshetra Kshetragna Bhagavan has taken for explanation. In the shloka 2, he has explained Kshetra and Kshetragna. In the second shloka or third shloka, second answer as second shloka, totally third one, Bhagavan has given who is he. And that he we have to recognize as we also. Having said, now he says, तुमने एक लाइन का पूछा, मैंने एक लाइन का बताई, लेकिन क्षेत्र you have to understand exhaustively. Therefore, first he in 2 shlokas gives the authority as to from where he is saying that these are listed out in the subheading of the kshetra. So in the category of kshetra, these things come. He is going to say that in the 6th and 7th shloka. But in the 4th and 5th, he will give the authority. That not only me, all these rishis, munis, shastras have said that these are the things which are categorized into kshetra. And mind you, I'll say now, I'll say in the middle, I'll say in the end, main purpose of all this is to know all of them as kshetra, and I am the kshetragna, and kshetra can never disturb the kshetragna. Kshetragna has nothing to gain or lose from the kshetra, he is infinite by himself. To gain this knowledge, to establish in this knowledge, thereby getting rid from the bondage created by the kshetra and remaining in a blissful state of being kshetragna, is the purpose of this study. पहले से हम बता रहे हैं ना, ये विभाग करके क्षेत्र और क्षेत्रज्ञ का, हमको क्षेत्रज्ञ से योग करना है. I am the kshetragna, isn't it? I have nothing to do with the kshetra. It's only in my presence working. Even if I have to work, will work, but without getting influenced. Just to do the work. बहुत बढ़िया सा है. I know these don't click immediately because we are living from millions millions of lives. The habits of I must have likings, I must have dislikings, I must have the importance reality given to the differences, and I must name something as beautiful, something as ugly. Then only the wild life will be continued. In this habit we are in such a manner that is kicking us every day, giving us misery every day, yet we are not living it. And in the pure knowledge that everything is one without second, in that there is nothing but bliss, you can never be miserable. I know, like now the days have changed. You cannot have the same food as you had earlier. Quantity you have to reduce, quality you have to modify. For your health and fitness, add supplements there because in the main food nutrients are not there. As the times changing, should you not change? But the goal of remaining healthy and strong remains same. The goal of being healthy and strong remains same. Diet changes. In the same way, if you continue living in the same world of samsara without gaining Geetha Jnanam, we continue suffering. So gain the new knowledge, vibhag karke, start remaining as Kshetra, get Kshetragna, detach from Kshetra, you are free. Now here in the fourth and fifth, he lists to us, he gives the authority to us. What is that authority from where the list of Kshetra which I am giving in 6th and 7th has taken. So you and I go through it thoroughly, digest it, and be a liberated person from the Kshetra. Kshetra binds Kshetragna when Kshetragna allows the Kshetra to bind, when he forgets that he is Kshetragna and behaves as if he is identified, associated in various forms with the Kshetra. I told you the summary of entire Vedanta in one sentence just now. Okay, now let us chant all the 5 shlokas two times. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः ज्ञानषट्कः क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञ विभाग योगः अर्जुन उवाच प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञमेव च एतद् वेदितुमिच्छामि ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं च केशव. अर्जुन उवाच प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञमेव च एतद्वेदितुमिच्छामि ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं च केशव. श्रीभगवानुवाच इदं शरीरं कौन्तेय क्षेत्रमित्यभिधीयते एतद्यो वेत्ति तं प्राहुः क्षेत्रज्ञ इति तद्विदः. श्रीभगवानुवाच इदं शरीरं कौन्तेय क्षेत्रमित्यभिधीयते एतद्यो वेत्ति तं प्राहुः क्षेत्रज्ञ इति तद्विदः. क्षेत्रज्ञं चाभिमां विद्धि सर्वक्षेत्रेषु भारत क्षेत्रज्ञयोर्ज्ञानं यत्तज्ज्ञानं मतं मम. क्षेत्रज्ञं चाभिमां विद्धि सर्वक्षेत्रेषु भारत क्षेत्रज्ञयोर्ज्ञानं यत्तज्ज्ञानं मतं मम. फोर्थ, तत्क्षेत्रं यच्च यादृक् यद्विकारि यतश्च यत् स च यो यत्प्रभावश्च तत्समासेन मे शृणु. तत्क्षेत्रं यत् च यादृक् यद्विकारि यतश्च यत् स च यो यत्प्रभावश्च तत्समासेन मे शृणु. 5th one, ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिः विनिश्चितैः. Again, ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः. Today we'll stop only up to this level, though the thing is quickly completable. So, first one, Arjuna's Prashna. I am repeatedly saying every day, every chapter, what was covered earlier. Not that I am wasting time, not that I have doubt in you that you may forget. This is the way repeatedly karna for our memory remembrance. Hai ki nahi? This is the one. Repetition is only of memory. That's why in the childhood, 2 ones are 2, 2 sevens are 14. All of them we were told to do repeatedly. Everything, India is my country, India is my country, India is, all Indians are my A plus B whole square, A square plus B to AB. हम सबको ये बाय हार्ट कराते थे. रिपीट करने से कंठस्थ, देन यू कैन नो द मीनिंग. रिपीटेशन वो तो श्लोक की बात है, यहाँ अर्थ ओनली वी आर रिपीटिंग सो दैट इट इज रिटेन्ड इन आवर हार्ट. सो द 6 थिंग्स आर व्हाट इज प्रकृति एंड पुरुष, व्हाट इज क्षेत्र एंड क्षेत्रज्ञ, एंड व्हाट इज ज्ञानम एंड ज्ञेयम. Out of these 3 pairs of 2, second one Bhagwan took up for discussion. Kshetra and Kshetragna Vibhaga. That is a title song also. Because the title song, title one, therefore Bhagwan might have taken it as first. Or Bhagwan ने इसको पहले लिए, इसलिए उस title को क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञ नाम दिया होगा. Whatever. So in Mahabharata ये क्षेत्र क्षेत्र विभाग यो है, और इन अंत में पुष्पिका. I don't think they are all there. Later on, some great saint must have given it, Madhusudana Saraswati or somebody. Original Mahabharata is just a flow of it. Now, what is Kshetram? Idam Shariram Kshetram. Okay, what is Kshetra? Kshatatranat, Ksharanat, Kshayat. Okay, and the Shariram, which is Kshetram, it is Idam, not Aham. Okay, this body is called as Kshetram. And it is idam, it is known to me. I am the knower of it. It is only known. Maintain this distance, you will never suffer. Dekho, in life, there are some people involved in everything, they suffer. There are some people, they don't involve anything, therefore they are always relaxed. Involved means emotionally, sentimentally. He does what is to be done, but कहीं फंसा नहीं. हमको भी है ना, क्षेत्र में नहीं फंसना है, इसको idam के रूप में ही देखना है. Don't make it as a hum and get lost in identify with it. Like if you are in a school, college, 10 years, you are with every of the friends around, but never made sentimental, mental, pagal, bewkuf, murak relation with them, mano. Your mind is always fresh. Your intellect is always focused on studies. You will always be conscious of your goal. You are full of efforts towards that, and you really succeed. But among that kshetram, the idam, to one or the other stupid fellows, with raga or with dvesha or with krodha, you have related. Your dimag sad gaya, your drishti will never be in study, you will never prepare, you can't never write exam properly, you will never succeed. नो स्वामी जी फंस कर भी मैं पास हो गया हूं, फिर बिना फंसे तो और अच्छे पास होते थे. You know, I had so many friends with whom I had attachment, love, and some hatred enemies also were there. We had all quarrels. Still, you know, I got 80%. Nalaik, to your ability and intelligence, if this nonsense is avoided, you would have got 100%. You have wasted time or not in that. Your mind's attention is got distracted or not. Your energies is not infinite. You are not God. Finite energies, they are wasted only in this. Therefore, you are not capable in doing your things better. Like the cricket team, a day before it, they took rest unnecessarily. In the taking rest, they became little lazy and reluctant. No. See, when you are in a swing of action, you have to be keeping your body, mind in that action till it is over. You can take rest after 7 matches, because 7 you won, you are into semi-final. Before the final, you can't. सब वहम है वो. वहमों से matches नहीं जीते जाते. That one day relaxation made them so relaxed in that main match that they could not bring up their tempo. इन बैटिंग बॉलिंग फील्डिंग, शुरू से ही द हार का चेहरा दिख ही रहा था. In the same way, in your own life also, to the kshetra when you get identified, you will become miserable there. Same thing I am telling you in your job when you join. Need not have the identity with any kshetra. Everybody around are you are kshetra. उनसे क्षेत्र में जो फील्ड में काम करना है करा है कि नहीं. दैट द किसान ही डज द जोतिंग ऑफ द खेत, देन सोइंग ऑफ द सीड, देन वाटरिंग. जो आता है वो लेता है. एक साल 40 बैग आएगा राइस, एक में 50, एक में 30, जो भी मिला खुश. But again, once it starts, he does the kshetra. He is not identified with the yield or anything. In the same way, in your kshetra of your friend circle, college friends, you are on anywhere, don't get identified with them sentimentally, emotionally, more than your vyavaharik requirement, more than your together study, if at all is there. If you do it, then your time, mind, energy are gone further. That's what I was saying. When the energy is lost, thoda hi hai wo, in all this nonsense, for the main thing you will not have energy. Like now I have to do 7 classes per day. From last 800 days I am doing it. 7 classes per day or 6, average 6. कोई 8 भी होते हैं. 700 to 800 days unbroken. 2 days बीच में बस वो 2 दिन because too bad health, 2 classes dropped, but 4 classes I have done even then. No, that capacity who is giving? The God. Why? I want to do it. The moment I कहूँगा नहीं करता हूँ, भगवान के चलो तेरे को lazy बनाता हूँ. More important is what? I have to manage my whole day's activity interaction such a way that I will spare my this 40-50 minutes energy to talk to you. 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour, the other 4-5 classes. Energy infinite नहीं है ना मेरा. In the same way, you all also cannot afford to waste your time and energy by identifying with any kshetra. After that only, then you come to your own body, etc. They are also kshetra, your only kshetragna. Just maintain them decently, use them for your duty, service and spiritual sadhana. Don't get entangled in anything. That is the main purpose of this kshetra kshetragna vibhaga. नहीं सुनोगे, नहीं समझोगे, नहीं स्वीकार करोगे, नहीं प्रैक्टिस करोगे, बार बार जो भी क्षेत्र दिख रहा है उसे आइडेंटिफाई करोगे, then every time you are sowing seeds for your own suffering. To all youngsters who come to me and say, I am joining new college, I am getting new job, or I am going foreign for my study or job, first thing I tell them is, as much fresh you are on the day one, even if you are there for 30 years, you should be equally fresh. In the sense, no entanglement with any kshetra there, especially the human beings. Be friendly to all. Don't give extra importance. Unknowingly, only your distraction will happen. You will not have the energy, capacity, intellectual main thing, even though you are otherwise talented, to focus on the work at hand. Then you will never achieve great, grand, glorious successes, which is given to you as an opportunity to achieve. मीडियोकर लाइफ यू लिव धक्का मुक्का. गधा भैंस भी धक्का मुक्का खाके जो घास या कागज मिलता है खाके जीता है. दैट इज नॉट ह्यूमन लाइफ ना. somehow I got the job, somehow I am pushing my life. That somehow anyhow is bevakufi hai. The human being should command his life with all its performances and achievements. That will happen when you know that these are all kshetra, you are only a kshetragna. Don't entangle in the mind. Like you do with Geetha. Geetha classes you attend like they are kshetra and you are kshetragna. They will never get entangled. Therefore, एक दिन आते हो, एक दिन नहीं आते हो, सुनते हो, नहीं सुनते हो, but मन में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. I gave you a negative example. There is a hotel, there is eatery, there is a temple. Toward the temple, you have a feeling of kshetra. Therefore, you are not attached. Therefore, you never go. But to the other places, not a kshetra. It is my source of ananda. Therefore, you go there and waste time and money. It is in our choice to keep away from kshetra and save, or to get entangled and shave. This is the purpose of this topic. Okay, idam shariram kaunteya kshetramityamidiyate. And main meaning of kshetra is like the field, the plowing and seeding and crops. Same way, staying in this body, do the punya, get the punya phala. Do the dharma, get out of obligations. Do the seva, get the laurels from the world. Most importantly, do your adhyatmika sadhana, then grow spiritually. Professional, it is included in the dharma already said. धर्म कहते हैं तो प्रोफेशनल धर्म, सोशल धर्म, फैमिली धर्म, ऑब्लिगेटरी धर्म, ये सब उसमें आ गए. सो धर्म करना, सेवा करना, उपासना करना, पुण्य करना, साधना करना. सो धर्म, सेवा, उपासना, पुण्य, साधना, ये 5 चीजें याद रखो. धर्म इज योर ड्यूटीज, सेवा इज सर्विसेस, पुण्य इज योर मेरिटोरियस एक्शंस, upasana is your devotion to the God, then sadhana is your spiritual study and meditation. You have to go on doing this. Okay, kshetra, first shloka is idam shariram kaunteya kshetramite vidiyate. Now second is etad yah veti tam prahu kshetragna iti. The one who knows it apadamastakam is kshetragna. Okay, in the two parts are, one kshetragna is what remains only as kshetragna. Other one, having known, he gets identified in one way or the other. He has reduced to the individual jiva level. Now he will have entanglements with the kshetra. He goes on suffering. Choice is yours. Again, there are people 50 years they served in the company but never got entangled in anybody. They did their work. They were loving to all. They were following all what is to be done. सबसे नेवर फंसे. अदर फेलो आते पहले दिन ही फंस गया. एवरीबडी किसी लड़ता है, किसी झगड़ता है, किसी दोस्त बनाया, किसी को घर बुलाया, किसी के घर गया, ये सब बकवास है. They are not required. Once in a while things they are not at the cost of your profession there, your loyalty to the company, your own inner peace of mind, all these things na, usko you cannot sell all of them for these things. There are people in this world. What category you belong to, आप देख लो. We have to live in this world like the lotus leaf or petal. Okay, इसके ऊपर पानी रहता है लेकिन पानी टच नहीं करता उसको. So let whole world of पानी touch us, but it should not touch us. Be with us, but it should not touch us. Like such a glorious shastras are, scriptures are there, gurus are there, satsangas are there in our country, but are they touching us? How untouchable and chewy we are toward them. But whereas about other things, the bhoga vastus, so much we are entangled. अब उल्टा करना चाहिए. Give up your entanglement with that nonsense. Stop searching good food eateries. You cook your food at home, that's best. But search for where satsangas are going on. Stop searching for the movies. Same movie, everything, waste of time, headache. Search for some noble stories, inspiring stories. Like that, I can give you 100 examples. You are intelligent fellows. Hint is given, you will catch it. Okay. Now in the second shloka, second line is important. It's what? What is that? Etadyo veti tam prahu kshetragna iti. So the one who knows it with his awareness is called kshetragna. Having said this, now the second biggest thing is in the third shloka. What Bhagavan says? Kshetragnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. So the knower of the field called kshetragna is not one per one kshetra, one body, one field. He is one without second. And that is what is Parabrahma. Upanishads, that is what is Lord Krishna ke roop mein wo aaye hain. In fact, that is what is you and I also in our essential final identity, which we have to realize or recognize. Then we are spiritually at the highest heights. So the third shloka also I told you, Kshetragnyam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu. So in all kshetras, the kshetragnas are not two, it is one. Like let us say in a sweet shop, the sweet is kshetra. The sweetness in the sweet is kshetragna. But the kshetragna sweetness in the sweet, is it not one in all the sweet items? And the name of the sweets may be different, colors may be different, but the mere fact that they are called a sweet is a sugar in it. वो common है, वो तो सर्व क्षेत्रों में वो क्षेत्रज्ञ है. Is it not? No, every house is made with same building material of cement or concrete or iron. So that is the kshetragna in that house. Is it not the same material with which all the colony buildings are made? सर्व क्षेत्रेषु क्षेत्रज्ञ एक ही है ना? Like behind every wave there is one water only. Behind wave there is water. Is not the water same behind every wave? In the same way, in every kshetra, the kshetrajna is one. That is Paramatma. That is Chaitanya Atma. But who is the one who is differently behaving? The one who is reduced from kshetrajna sthiti to the identifier of the kshetra. He is different because kshetra are different, no? Na? Like Panch Kisan. As a Kisan, they are the same. But where the difference comes, the fields which they have. If he is doing अनाज, then अनाज का किसान हो गया. If he is doing the vegetable, सब्जियों का किसान हो गया. If he is doing the fruits, या फल का किसान हो गया. क्षेत्र से आइडेंटिफाई हो गया, तो then he is changing his identity. Otherwise, all are किसान only. है ना? Like you take up the engineering subject. Common is engineering. Then उसमें फिर civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electronic engineering, electrical engineering. Subjects के आते you are different. Whereas common you are engineers. Like teachers in a school, they are teachers basically. Kshetragna. But when the moment they identify with the kshetra, then maths teacher, physics teacher, chemistry teacher, like that. Like all are travelers. But depending on the vehicle or direction, they are different. स्कूटर वाला, कार वाला, बेकार वाला, लेफ्ट जाने वाला, राइट जाने वाला, वही घूमने वाला. दिस इज यू अंडरस्टूड ना? उपाधि के तादात्म्य से डिफरेंसेस आते हैं. उपाधि को देखते हुए, अनअटैच होते हुए जो करना है करते रहे ना, दैट इज वन क्षेत्र. Therefore, the second line of the third shloka was crucial. We discussed yesterday कि क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञयोर ज्ञानम यत तत् ज्ञानम इति मम matam. Okay? Therefore, Bhagavan says, what is the real knowledge in this world? Not a part of the sciences or physics. Physics, there's no plural for physics. They're all your employment and food yielding sciences, knowledge, no problem. But here, because this whole world is made up of only these two, Kshetra and Kshetrajna, if we can thoroughly understand what is Kshetra, if you thoroughly understand what is Kshetrajna, if you thoroughly understand the relation between them, that understanding, that knowledge is really the greatest knowledge and liberating knowledge. All other knowledges are the binding knowledges only. Isn't it? And what is the relation? Kshetra cannot be without Kshetrajna. In the presence of Kshetrajna, only the Kshetra is working. And yet, the Kshetra should not influence the Kshetrajna. If it is influencing, it is only delusion. It is only illusion that he has to come out with the knowledge. Now, by saying this, Bhagavan is not only explaining what is Kshetra and Kshetrajna, but appreciating Arjuna for asking that question. You are wanting to know, na? Etad veditum ichchami jnanam gnayam or kshetram kshetrajnam. Good Arjuna, that you want to know the knowledge of Kshetra and Kshetrajna. In fact, the knowledge of Kshetra Kshetrajna alone is real knowledge in my opinion. तुमने मेरे मुंह के बात छीन ली और मेरे दिल के बात तुमने पूछा. I am very happy. Hello, I am telling you in precise form what is Kshetra Kshetrajna and again in elaborate form what is Kshetra Kshetrajna. Precise तो हो गया अभी. So Sharira is Kshetra, I am the Kshetrajna. And this Kshetrajna, I who is the knower of the Kshetra, top to bottom, is not two per the one Kshetra, it is one only, and that is Parabrahma, and that is Narayana, and that is here Krishna, and that is what our essential nature also. Not knowing this, instead of remaining as Kshetrajna, the one who identifies with the Kshetra, he is called a Jiva, he is called a Samsari. The identifications are three. I told you long back many times. One is Aham Rupena, second is Mama Rupena, Third, Mahyam Rupena. Aham Rupena means I am that, like I am the body. Mama Rupena means it is mine, that the body is mine. Or Mahyam Rupena means it is for me. So I am the house is mine, house is for me. That is called as Tadatmya or identification. I am only a Kshetragna. Why? I only witness it. Neither I am that, nor it is mine, nor I have anything to gain from it. These are all the Vedantas. So seeds are sown to you now. If you properly water it by coming to the classes regularly, once in a week, Sunday aside, ek ghanta Gita padhoge na, slowly this knowledge becomes giant tree to give you the fruits of living life according to wisdom. When you live life wisely with wisdom, nothing can trouble you. You won't trouble anyone. That's the life of fulfillment. Okay, now in the next two shlokas, Tat Kshetram Yachayadrug Yadvikari, Rushvir Bahuda Geetam. We chanted it, but we had no time to see. Introduction, Acha Taj, upload yesterday's, all that. So you just wait for tomorrow for seeing those two shlokas, the explanation of what is Kshetra. We'll stop it today of Geetha class. Thank you. Now let us do our Pratah Smarami. Where is that book gone? Third shloka. अयो गयो कहाँ गयो मिल गया सो आत्म तत्व ब्रह्म तत्व प्रातः स्मरण श्लोकम्स 3 of them are stotrams. It has 3 shloka. So we have done our first Sanavata chanting, then Rudra Asasari Rudradraya Prashna, then Bhagavad Gita, which is summarized and more clearly, detailedly we understood Kshetra and Kshetragna, and Sarva Kshetra me Kshetragna is Bhagavan. Again, tomorrow class, after 2 shlokas introduction, the details of Kshetra are given. Mahabhutani Ahankaraha Buddhi Avyaktameva cha Indriyan Dashekam cha Panchachendriya Gocharaha Ichcha Dvesham Sukham Dukkham Sangatas Chetana Dhruti Etat Kshetram Samasena Sa Vikaram Udahrutam. So the 2.5 slok mein those 15-16 things will be told that ye sab kshetra hai beta, tum inke kshetragna ho, to unme mat fasna. That is liberation. And to do so, you have to have a mind of highly qualitative, divine. And for that, you have to do some practices. That practices again are like values that were there in chapter 2. That is called here as Jnanam. So in that 20 values, Bhagavan tells to practice so that we remain as Kshetragna without identifying with Kshetra and suffer. That's how this chapter 13 slowly proceeds. Once, twice, thrice, 4 times when you listen, you will be able to grasp it. Okay, now after that is done, the last topic of the day is Pratah Smaranam. So whole chanting pehle kare. Om Pratah Smarami Hrudi Samspuradatma Tattvam Sachet Sukham Paramaham Sagatim Turiyam Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptama Vaiti Nityam Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sanghaha Pratar Bhajami Manasa Vachasamagamyam Vacho Vibhanti Nikhila Yadanugrahena Yam Neti Neti Vachanair Nigama Avochuho Tam Deva Deva Majama Chutamahuragryam. Now today's third one, Pratar Namami Tamasa Paramarka Varnao Purnam Sanatana Padam Purushottamakyam Yasmin Nidam Jagadasheshama Sheshamurtau Rajvam Bhujangamaiva Pratibhasitam Vai. Then Shlokatrayamidam Punyam Lokatraya Vibhushanam Pratakale Patedhyastu Sagachet Paramam Padam. So the third mantra meaning Prataha Namami. Early morning I am doing namaskar, salutations to that Atma, that Parabrahma. Atma is from the individual standpoint. Parabrahma is total point. So Kshetragna is the individual level and Sarva Kshetreshu Kshetragna is Parabrahma, what we just now studied in Gita. So Pratar Namami. I am saluting in the morning that Paramatma. Who is he? Tamasaha Param. Who is beyond the darkness of ignorance. Ignorance or darkness never touches him. Such is the beauty of him. And what he looks like? Arkavarnam. Like the Surya. He is of the nature of knowledge which is self-effulgent. not depending on anybody, knowledge which is eternal, isn't it? सो तो भूमि जब घूमता है तो 6 बजे शाम को सूर्य भगवान का कांति हमारे ऊपर नहीं पड़ता. देयर सम कंडीशनिंग बाय विच द सनलाइट आल्सो इज नॉट परमानेंट विथ अस, बट देन दिस परमात्मा's ज्ञानम, light of knowledge, never goes away. In the waking plane also that consciousness is there illuminating all experiences. Dream also it was there. In sleep these two are not there. Waking, dream, that absence also illuminated by that consciousness. Therefore it is like the sun, light and self-effulgent, but greater than the light, that it sunlight, greater than the sun, that even the darkness also it illuminates, even the sleep also it illuminates. That's the meaning of Tamasaha Param and Arkavarnam. Then Purnam, that pure consciousness is ever eternally there. Never Purnam. That is a Sanatana Padam. It is always there, no beginning, no end. Purushottama Akhyam, in 15th chapter of Geetha, Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, Uttama Purusha are told. Like in 7th chapter, Apara Prakriti, Para Prakriti, Bhagavan is said. Like in the 13th chapter, Kshetra and Kshetragna and Sarva Kshetreshu Kshetragna. So here also Purushottama Akhyam. That Paramatma is Uttama Purusha, one without a second, supreme primordial one being he is. And like Uttama Purusha is ocean. From the ocean, so many rivers. From the rivers, so many canals. From the canals, so many fields में पानी. ये सब आ रहे हैं कि नहीं, बट उत्तम पुरुष तो समुद्र ही है. So too the Paramatma is Uttama Purusha. So Purushottama Akyam. Then Yasmin Idam. Yasmin Idam Jagada Ashesham. Ashesha Murto. On this Lord who is infinite, this whole Jagat is what? Rajvam Bhujanga Viva Pratibhati. Like on this rope, serpent is superimposed on that Paramatma, the whole world is superimposed. To that Paramatma, my salutation. And here the salutation is identifying with that Paramatma. That's how Atma Tattwa Pratah Smarana is the highest thing in the topic it has come. So I studied and we discussed with you. Details I have not told you right now. Maybe after a year or so, when you listen to all the 6 chapters, तुम खुद को ही maturity आएगा. You learn to grasp. At that time when I teach detailedly एक श्लोक 2 दिन, then you can study. Okay. Now it says फलश्रुति में श्लोकत्रयम् इदं पुण्यम्. Most meritorious, auspicious, divine is this stotra having 3 shlokas. Then Lokatraya Vibhushanam is the ornament to be worn by the 3 loka people of Bhuloka, Antariksha and Swarga. Pratah Kale Patedhyahatu, whoever is chanting this shloka early morning, Sagachet Paramam Padam, he will experience the divinity in him. Iti, in this way, Srimad Shankara Bhagavata Krutam Parabrahmana Pratah Smarana Stotram Sampurnam. This is what the Pratah Smarana of the Parabrahma. That is over. Okay, tomorrow we'll do, I think, Vishnu Pratah Smarana. ठीक है, एक बार पढ़ लो फटाफट 2 मिनट. ओम अथ श्री आदि शंकराचार्य कृत आत्मतत्व प्रातः स्मरण स्तोत्रम. ओम प्रातः स्मरामि हृदि संस्फुरदात्मतत्त्वं सचेत् सुखं परमहंस गतिं तुरीयं यत् स्वप्न जागर सुषुप्तमवैति नित्यं तद्ब्रह्म निष्कळमहं न च भूतसंघः. प्रातर्भजामि मनसा वचसामगम्यं वाचो विभान्ति निखिला यदनुग्रहेण यं नेति नेति वचनैर्निगमा अवोचुः तं देवदेवमजमच्युतमाहुरग्र्यं. प्रातर्नमामि तमस परमर्कवर्णं पूर्णं सनातनपदं पुरुषोत्तमाख्यं यस्मिन्निदं जगदशेषमशेषमूर्तौ रज्ज्वां भुजङ्गमैव प्रतिभासितं वै. श्लोकत्रयमिदं पुण्यं लोकत्रयविभूषणं प्रातः काले पठेद्यस्तु सगच्छेत् परमं पदमिति श्रीमत् शंकर भगवत्पाद कृतं परब्रह्मणः प्रातः स्मरण स्तोत्रम संपूर्णम. So Pratah Smarana Stotra is over. Then the Geetha we studied. Then Rudram Lagunyasa over. Tomorrow Navakam starting. And before that we did our Sahanavavatu. Thank you for your cooperation, dear friends. Learn all this. Grow in life. ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांति माप्नुयात् शांतो मुच्येत बंदेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः परम ऋषिभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः गीतामात्रे नमः। तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। गीता माता की जय। वेदव्यास भगवान की जय। समस्त गुरु परंपरा की जय। अस्मत् गुरु की जय। सनातन धर्म वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय। भारत माता की जय। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु गण की जय। आज ज्ञानंद की जय। समस्त युवा मंडल की जय। थैंक यू। सी यू टुमारो।